everybody, welcome back to the channel. And I was all up in my face with that, you know, there we go. But anyways, it's been a long day. I'm a little tired, so I'm just trying to get through this, and there was a few mistakes while filming this video, and I hit myself in the face with the camera while I did this, so it was just but I was super excited for this. I wanted to hurry up and get it out because I absolutely loved this craft video that I did. I absolutely loved the crafts that I did in it, and I've been putting it off and waiting to do this for the right moment. It is now the right moment. We are this close to Christmas, so had to go ahead and get this out here. But we are going to be doing, before I keep rambling on about crap I really don't care about, and not the quote you're here, but we're going to be making some lovely Harry Potter themed Christmas ornaments, you know, from either recycled stuff, random Christmas ornaments that I found. One of them I didn't make, I did buy, but I wanted to go ahead and throw that in there as like a little option of how you could spruce up your Harry Potter tree, or if you wanted to add some magic to your lovely tree. So like I said, we're going to be making all of these cute little Christmas ornaments, and yes, I had to put them on a little bitty tree while we were sitting here. We're going to be making all of the ornaments, and this is the one that I didn't make, that I did buy, so that's why I wanted to throw it in there, because I mean, it's Patronus-like, or Patronus-ish, so we all had to have the Patronus on there. My Patronus is actually a fox, so I would love a little fox one. That would be so cute. I might need to figure out how to make a fox one for me, because mine's a fox. But and I didn't do any house ones because a lot of people do house ones. I wanted to do like the Remembrall and some of the potion bottles and stuff, because I just thought I like that, you know, you got a well-rounded tree whenever you expand more than just like the house theme and the character themes. So, and they had this cute little owl Christmas tree topper that I should have got for my little tree, because it would be so cute. Plus I have a cauldron base I'm going to be making here soon for this tree, and that would just be so cute. Oh, but anyways, before we jump into that and I get carried away with all of the lovely magic in this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me so you can be here for all of our random awesome content. And if you're my current subscribers, you don't know this about me, I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. I don't think I've done any Harry Potter crafts on my channel. Have I? I know I've done I had a Harry Potter birthday one year. I did that video, and if I remember I will link it up in the cards if you haven't seen that. But I haven't done that much Harry Potter stuff on here. I need to work on that, because I love Harry Potter. But like most everybody out there that was born in my generation. So, but let's go ahead and cut into this, and I will show y'all how I made these lovely little Christmas ornaments, and I will meet y'all back at the end. Okay everyone, so we are here at our Wednesday craft, and we are going to be following the theme of doing more Christmas stuff, except for this one we're going to do something a little bit different. If you can't tell by the hodgepodge of stuff in front of me, we're going to be making Harry Potter themed ornaments. Now the only one that we are not making, I just wanted to go ahead and throw this in here as another little thing, is what you could use on a Harry Potter tree. So I'm just going to go ahead and show this one to you. It's this beautiful little stag Christmas ornament, and I love how it's kind of, you know, kind of see-through. The glass or plastic is what this one is, and I got this from Walmart for like $1.98 from their Christmas section. But I thought, like, I've seen people use these solid glitter white ones, but I like how this is a bit more translucent, so it does look more kind of like a, you know, kind of like a Patronus, more spiritual or spirity. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw this in here. This is something you could do, and I know my local Walmart had a bunch of these, so obviously you pick you up a nice little pretty stag to put on your tree to represent that Patronus. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But aside from this one, for this craft you are going to need a clear Christmas ornament that does open, and there we go, that opens, and I got this from Michael's. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was $2 to $3. I know it was expensive, but then I got it on sale because this is actually a glass ornament, but I got it because it opens. So we're going to be needing one of those. You're also going to need some red and green plastic Christmas ornaments. These are roughly the 5-inch Christmas ornaments, and these were $2 a piece, also from Michael's. And then you're going to need a empty potion bottle. Mine, let me just cover this up a little bit. Mine is an old Patronus little shot bottle, so that is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to make this into a nice little potion bottle. So, and you're going to need a bowl, some cotton, which I've already colored, and well, you're just going to need, you know, like some regular regular decorative cotton, and I would recommend gloves for that portion, but if you don't have any, you're going to run the risk of getting the dye all over your fingers. You're also going to need some food coloring, primarily the red version or any other kind of dye that you're going to use to color the cotton with. Going to need a bowl to do that in. I'm just using a little paper bowl that you can get from anywhere. You're also going to need some green little fluffy pom-poms. I got these from Walmart. You're going to need a little bit of ModPodge, some scissors, 2 different types of glitter. Mine is silver and red, and you can also get both of these from Walmart. You're going to need some kind of paintbrush or sponge. I'm just using a disposable sponge. You can get these pretty much anywhere, so you know, just go ahead and throw that out there. You're also going to need some twine. This is some that I've had for I know for a while. I want to say for about a year, but again, you can pick up twine pretty much anywhere. And you're going to need some already pre-printed labels. Now, you could, in theory, but I wanted to show this a different way. You could get some sticker paper. They sell that at Walmart or a craft store, and you can print the labels off and then you could just stick them on there. But I also wanted to show you, if you didn't have access to like actual sticker paper, that you can just print these off on regular paper, regular 9x11 copy paper, and we'll put these on that way. I found these labels on Google, so these are not my original designs. I was originally going to make them, but I did find these on Google, so I just printed those off for my needs. Since I'm not selling any of this, this is for personal use. That is the only time I recommend doing that. If you're going to do anything that you are selling, make your own labels. Don't steal from anybody, you know. But if you're just using it for personal use, just making something from Google is perfectly fine. That's my belief anyways. So let's just get started with the easiest ones, and then we'll work our way up to the hard ones. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to make this into a remembrall, because I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cute. Plus I love the fact that it opened. So that made me just be like, yes, we have to make a remembrall. Plus I don't have one for my Harry Potter collection. So for that, this is where your let me try and get a little organized here, get some of this out of the way. Okay, so for this one, this is where your red dye is going to come into play, and your cotton, because I like the way this looks. It looks a bit more like smoke instead of like if you use I've seen some people use ribbon and stuff, but I like this because it just kind of looks more like the smoke that you actually see in the ball. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take your red dye and you're going to dab a little bit onto your cotton, and you're going to mix that in, and then you're going to get this dye. Now there we go, do let this sit for a little bit so it actually, you know, dries, and when you touch it, it doesn't get all over your fingers. Because trust me, when I first did this, I had red dye all over my fingers because I wanted to test it out, make sure it worked. All you're gonna do is just put a few little drops on that, and then you are just going, I'm just going to use the end of this, you're just going to mix that in like so, and you're just going to keep mixing it in. Now you see it does get everywhere, but just mix that in to your cotton, and then it ends up looking like this after you get it nice and mixed in. So from that point, it's just very simple to just open your ornament and then just place it inside, and we're going to close it up. And voila, we have a simple little remembrall. And you know, obviously we know what Neville forgot in that instance. It took me a while, but I did finally, you know, notice, hey, that's what he forgot. And then I also looked it up just to make sure that I was correct. So if you don't know, go watch the movie again and see if you can figure it out. If not, there's plenty of people online now that have figured out what that actually is. So that is our first simple little quick Harry Potter Christmas ornament. There we go. Get all that off, because I'm going to be hanging this on a tree here soon, because I'm doing another little separate tree. So that is the first one. So that is nice and quick, and I love the way that looks. I mean, look at that. It does kind of look more like the remembrall from Harry Potter, just a little bit. So except I think his was gold instead of silver, but I like the silver personally. But there is the first one. So let's move on to the second one. Now this one is going to be the Polyjuice Potion Ornament. Obviously it's the green, or you could do a Floo powder if you chose to, but I'm going to be doing a Polyjuice Potion. So for the first thing you want to do is get your ornament. and your Mod Podge along with your label. This is how we're going to be putting this onto our Christmas ornament. Whoop! I just use way too much. There we go. Get some of that back in there. Okay, so you want to go ahead and you want to find the front part of your ornament that you're going to be using and just go ahead and give it a nice little coat of the Mod Podge. Just coat that all on there. Okay, and then we're going to be putting the label right on. Okay, and then we're going to cover this with the Mod Podge and make sure it sticks on there really good. Now you may have to do a nice thick coat of this Mod Podge just to make sure that it gets on there. Plus I like the way the Mod Podge ends up making it look kind of more old and like a potion bottle instead of, you know, like a nice pretty label on a bottle. We want to make it look like a potion bottle. Okay. I had to stop for a second because I had a slight incident with the camera. It decided to fall on my face. So, and it knocked over my Mod Podge, so I'm just going to use this little puddle here for probably the rest of the video just to kind of clean it up and get us through making these ornaments. So, just note to self, don't place your camera where you might knock it over. Just throwing that out there. But, hey, I'm not professional, I'm doing this at home. But anyways, we're just going to continue with the Polyjuice potion. And all we are going to do is just dab a hefty amount of Mod Podge on there, and then we are going to wait for this to dry. So while we're waiting for this to dry, we're going to work on the other ones. So to set this to where it can dry properly, just take out the little bobble, I guess the bobble holder, and just kind of set it off to the side like so. There we go. And we'll just let that sit there so it can dry up, and then we're just going to work on the next ones. So let's go ahead and work on the red one. Now the red one is going to end up being a dragon's blood. So we're going to be using this lovely little label. Again, I found this on Google and I just shrunk it down to the size I needed, and I'm going to be putting it on my lovely Christmas ornament. Because at some point I plan to do an entire Harry Potter themed Christmas tree, but I didn't do that this year. Although these still might end up going on to, I'm doing another little Christmas tree later on, so this might end up going on there. I don't know. We will see. So just go ahead and I'm going to coat the back of that one just because I want this one to be a little bit more neater, but not as, you know, still not neat, but a little bit neater. Okay, and I'm just going to dab all that on there. So just dab it on there, nice and generous. And then we're going to place our label on here, and I tried to make sure that they were a good enough size to where they would kind of fit onto the ornament well, but you know, still I wanted mine to still look a certain way, so I didn't want them to fit completely, but I did want them to fit, if that makes any sense. So okay, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to give this a hefty amount of glue and just kind of work that in and make sure it's going to stay in place. Like I said, I'm just using this to kind of mop up the rest of my Mod Podge that I did spill. Okay, and then once that is on there nice and well, we're just going to set this off to the side and let it dry. Like I said, you want to saturate this really, really well. That way they'll actually stay. And like I said, the Mod Podge gives it an added little, once it dries, it kind of makes it look a little roughed and a little ragged. And you know, not like a clean, nice potion bottle. So that's one reason I like to use it. And you can just dab it all in different little places. That way it looks a bit more like an aged potion bottle, something you might find in Snape's little cabinet. So just do all of that. Okay, and the good thing about this Mod Podge is it does dry clear. So that's another thing too. You want to make sure your Mod Podge dries clear. Most of them do, but there are some that do dry, you know, dry with like a little hint of something. So the next thing we're going to be doing is the little potion bottle itself, an actual potion bottle. So again, I'm just going to mop up my spilt ModPodge and lather it on there, along with lathering it on to my label. And I'm going to stick that on there. Now this one's going to fit a little bit better just because of the curvature of the container and the way it is. There we go. Kind of work that around and make sure it does stay. Okay. And again, I'm just going to do the same thing, just kind of go over it a little bit with the Mod Podge just to give it a bit more textured look. Okay. And then we're just going to wait for all of these to dry. That way we can start actually putting in our potion ingredients. So we're just going to wait a little bit and then I'll come back once these are dry. Okay, so the ornaments are nearly dry. This one is pretty much done for the most part, so we're just going to go ahead and work on this one while we wait on the other two to kind of get through to the final steps. So all we're going to do is take our unicorn blood, and obviously we're going to need something silver, because if we remember from the movies, the unicorn blood is silver. So we're just going to fill this up to our desired, desired fullness, I guess you would say. To however much you want to put in there, just fill that on up. Okay. Now I don't want to use all my glitter because I still need this for other projects, but let's do a little bit more. So we're just filling up our little bottle with some glitter. So just do a little bit more. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. So there is our unicorn blood. I love the way that shines. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what I actually saw in the movie whenever I was younger. I haven't watched the movies in a while. I normally watch them around Christmas, but I actually don't have them. So we're just going to put our cork back on there, and this already looks awesome for a display. If you want to do that, you could also put like some silver twine around here or something, but for the purpose of this project, we are going to be making it into a Christmas ornament. So I am going to be using twine, and all we're going to do is I'm going to wrap it a few times around the bottle, because this is where it's actually going to make our little hook that we're going to be using to hold it onto the tree. So let's tie that. Okay, let's tie that off, and then I'm gonna unwind a good bit of this and cut it. Okay, and then we're just going to wrap it around. Yep. Now I unwinded more than I actually need, but I want to make sure I get a good look on there is what I'm going for. So we're just going to wrap that a couple times. Okay. And then we're going to tie it off. Yeah. Tie it off. Tie it off. Now at this point you could do it to where you have it going around the ornament, so you could hook it there and then come over here and do it to where it hangs kind of like a little purse. Or for me, I kind of like doing it on the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut my twine. Okay, and then I'm going to put a knot in my twine. Alright, and make sure the hanging length is what I want. And you can always shorten this. So that's why I like to go ahead and make a few knots in it just to see about where I want it to hang. So I think that one is going to be good for me. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that. And see, is that all I want to do? Yep, I think that's all I want to do. So we're just going to cut that. Okay, and that is our second Harry Potter little potion bottle Christmas ornament that we're going to hang on our lovely Harry Potter themed tree. So let's move on to the next one. Let's do, looks like the Polyjuice potion one is pretty good. Okay, so it's on here nice and good, and I like how whenever you put the potion bottle labels on this way, it makes it a little rough, and it makes it kind of, you know, not so, it's neat but it's not neat kind of thing, which is what I like when it comes to a potion bottle. Plus I like it that it made the ball a bit more smoky, so it looks more like an aged potion bottle. So to me, when I think of Polyjuice potion, I think of the goopy lumpy mess that Hermione made in the bathroom. So for that, and we're not going to be using liquid for this one. I thought about using glitter, but I didn't want to use glitter in all of them. So for this one, we're going to be using these nice little fluff balls to make it look like a nice big gloopy clumpy mess in here. So we're just going to fill this up with our little fluff balls. And I'm probably going to use this whole bag just because I want to make sure that my potion bottle is nice and full. So just shove those in there. And there's only 24 of these. I probably should have got 2 packs, but we'll see what happens. I might, like I said, I'm probably going to end up using all of these. So, just because, I'm sorry, for me, when I think of Polyjuice potion, I just think of that gloopy, sloppy mess that Hermione made in the bathroom. I'm pretty sure we all remember her picking up the spoon and it just kind of flopping in there. I don't know. That's just what I think of whenever I think of that. When I think of Polyjuice potion, not the little brew that Mad-Eye Moody passed out to everybody. So, okay, let's just put that in there. Ready. And yep, let's just use all of those. Kind of shake them up a little bit. There we go. And that is our nice goopy looking Polyjuice potion. Oh, I like the way that looks. Plus it kind of moves and it makes it look a little gloopy in there. And all we're just going to do is just return our little bobble hanger, whatever you want to call it. I'm not entirely sure what you need to call this little piece. Well, get in there. There we go. Okay, and now all I need left is just to put me a little string on here, and this one again is all set for the Christmas tree. So the last one we are going to do, and this one is still a little wet, but I think it'll be okay. But the last one we are going to do is this lovely dragon's blood. Now for me, when I think of dragons, I think of nice and shiny things. For me personally, I kind of think of Smaug from Lord of the Rings. So, you know, nice, bright, shiny. Even their blood, I think it's going to be really, really kind of shiny. So we're going to be using glitter for this, and hopefully I got a big enough opening. Okay, so all we're going to do is just take our glitter and pour it into our ornament. There we go. That looks really cool in there. I don't know, you can see it. Look at that. Plus I like how the bottle isn't so clean, but it is clean, so it gives you, you know, a nice little peek in there at how nice and shiny that is. Plus when I was pouring it in there, it did kind of look like I was pouring a liquid in, just because of the way the glitter was falling, so it looked really cool. But we're just going to add a little bit more. It would be nice too if you had like different sizes of glitter in there to give it a little bit more diversity, but there we go. There is the last Harry Potter one, and we're just going to put this back on there. And to be honest, I think I might want to use the twine. There we go. So I think I want to use the twine on these just for a little bit, and I have a little extra. So I'm just going to wrap this a few times around. There we go. Yep, I'm just going to wrap it and tie it off. not push that up. I do want to make sure this stays in place. Let's tie this off. Okay, and I want that to dangle from the side at different lengths, so let's just cut that. And there we have it for that one, and I'm just going to use my leftover twine again and just make my little hanger. And tie me a knot in that. Alrighty, and she is all set for the Christmas tree. So there is the Dragon's Blood Harry Potter potion ball. I think this one turned out really cute. So let me go ahead and finish the Polyjuice potion one. Like I said, I'm going to use some more of this little twine. Just unravel just a little bit. I don't know, I kind of like the way the twine looks with the potion bottles. It makes it, to me, it gives it a bit more, I don't know, I guess potion feel, maybe? If that's even a proper way to say that. Okay. And there we have it. And just cut off the excess. And here is our lovely little Harry Potter potion. So we've got the nice sparkly unicorn blood, the Polyjuice potion, the Dragon's Blood, and the Remembrall. These are 4 lovely and simple potion bottles that you can add to any Harry Potter Christmas tree. And then, like I said, you can always pick up this lovely, whoops, trying to get the tag off. Here. I'm working on it. Okay, there we go. Probably should have took this up early, but you can always pick up the lovely stag for your tree as well. And this is going to make 5 simple, easy little Harry Potter Christmas ornaments for your Harry Potter themed tree. Or, you know, if you just want to add a bit more magic to your tree. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if y'all have made any more Harry Potter or like kind of easy little Harry Potter potion bottle kind of potions, Christmas ornaments. I would love to know. So, but that is it for this craft, guys. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed that, and I hope you found it fairly easy. I wanted to give you a different take on how you could apply potion bottle labels to bottles if you didn't have like sticker paper or something, and most people pretty much kind of know, I guess, how to do that, but just in case, I want to go ahead and throw that in there about this is an alternative. I have used the sticker paper before and then just gone back over it to kind of seal it with the ModPodge, because I find that sometimes after a while the sticker paper does wear off, so you know, kind of use both techniques. But I absolutely love how these turned out. I love the unicorn blood one, plus I love the little, I had to reuse that Patronus bottle because I mean it looked like a little potion bottle. They're so cute. And thankfully the only thing that says Patronus is on the back, and I can just hide that away from everybody. But, and I love the Remembrall. The second, I think Eddie pointed this Christmas ornament out to me and I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, I know what I need to do with that. I know exactly what I need to do with that. Because I've seen people use them for terrariums where they do the Pokeballs, which I should have got one to do the Pokeball. Oh, I could have put my Vaporeon in that. Dang it. Okay, I know what I'm going to be on the lookout for next year, because I don't know if they still have these or not. I haven't been to Michael's in a while. We've been going to Hobby Lobby a lot, so I haven't been to Michael's in a while. So I think they still have these, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, any little plastic bobble you can use, because you could still just shove the cotton down in there and then you could wrap the silver around it if you needed to do it that way. But then these, I know they still have out. These are just the plastic little balls, and you use glitter and the little decorative pom-poms in those with your little potion bottle labels. And they just, oh, I just love the way they look. I love how they turned out. This is so cute. I absolutely love it. Plus the glitter coats the inside too, because it sticks to the plastic, so it makes it look more full than it is. And you know, it kind of just reminds you a little bit of blood. Plus it's going to shine really nicely in the light. I mean, look, it's already shining really good. So, oh, I love the way that looks. And this one's doing the same thing where the glitter is coating the inside of the bottle, so it makes it look a bit more full, and it just shines really nicely whenever you have it up against the light. But I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope it gave you some ideas on what you could do to make some kind of simple little Christmas ornaments for your tree, and how to use regular bottles instead of just like the baubles, because I know sometimes a lot of people get carried away with just like using the plastic little baubles to make their Christmas ornaments with, when you can actually use these. But just make sure you use these small ones, because anything bigger is heavy. This is already kind of heavy, that's why I put it at the top so it wouldn't weigh the branches down too much. On my bigger tree it won't be that bad, but on the little tree I had to kind of minimize that a little bit. But I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope it's going to bring you some more magic to your Christmas. And like I said, I will see y'all in the next video. I really enjoyed this and I can't wait for what we got coming up next. So be on the lookout for that. But like I said, let me know down in the comments if you've made any. I would love to see them. So tag me on all my social medias. Again, those are down below. But yeah. So I will see you on the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.